The Trump Files. Power, fame, and investigations.
I am officially running for President of the United States.
For decades, his name represented power. Luxury towers, private jets, television fame.
Mr. and Mrs. Donald Trump.
That's Trump way back in 1994.
Donald Trump became more than a businessman. He became a brand. But over time, another image began to emerge. Courtrooms, investigations, former allies, secret recordings.
This totally wins my case, you know. Except it is like highly confidential secret.
Federal cases. And somewhere inside the chaos, the world began asking a dangerous question. Was Donald Trump simply one of the most controversial men in modern history? Or was there a darker story hiding behind the empire? Long before politics, before the rallies, and before the investigations, there was New York. In the 1970s and 1980s, Donald Trump transformed himself into a symbol of wealth and ambition.
Mr. Donald! Oh my God!
He inherited part of his father's real estate business, but Trump wanted something bigger. He wanted attention, fame, power. And New York became the perfect stage. Trump Tower rose above Manhattan like a monument to success. Gold interiors, luxury apartments, celebrity culture. Everything about the brand was designed to send one message: Donald Trump had arrived.
Do you have the genes to be a successful politician?
Well, you never really know. I think I'm pretty outspoken, and that's not probably a good thing in terms of a politician, but it's a good thing if you ever got elected, you can really do a job.
By the 1990s, Trump was no longer just a businessman. He had become a media phenomenon. Magazines, talk shows, tabloid headlines. And then came The Apprentice. Millions watched as Trump played the role of America's ultimate boss. The image was carefully crafted. Confident, aggressive, untouchable.
You're fired.
You're fired. The phrase became iconic. But behind the cameras, business problems continued to follow him. Multiple casinos struggled financially. Critics questioned his actual wealth.
And
Here we are.
Well, we've got to talk
Back to the negative.
Back to the negative.
Back to the, you know what? Do this interview with somebody else.
Well, we talked about this yesterday on the phone. This is exactly what we talked
Do
about.
the interview with somebody else. Really. You don't need this. Do it with somebody else. And have a good time.
Former associates described chaos behind closed doors. Yet somehow, the brand survived. Because Donald Trump understood something powerful. In modern America, attention could become more valuable than truth. Then came the moment that changed everything. In 2015, Donald Trump stepped into politics.
We have to make the most of every day for the people and for the country that we love.
At first, many people laughed. Political experts dismissed him. News networks treated the campaign like entertainment. But slowly, something unexpected happened. The crowds grew larger. The headlines became louder. And Trump discovered a weapon more powerful than traditional politics: controversy. Every argument, every shocking statement, and every media battle pulled more attention toward him. Supporters saw a man fighting the establishment. Critics saw danger. And America became deeply divided. But no powerful figure operates alone. And as Trump rose, a complicated network of allies, lawyers, advisors, and controversial figures formed around him. Some would later become witnesses. Some became defendants. Others became enemies. One of the most important people in Trump's inner circle was Michael Cohen. Once known as Trump's fiercely loyal attorney, Cohen publicly claimed he would do anything to protect his boss. But after federal investigations and criminal charges, the relationship collapsed. Cohen later testified publicly against Trump, calling him a con man.
I am ashamed because I know what Mr. Trump is. He is a racist, he is a con man, and he is a cheat.
Then there was Rudy Giuliani, once celebrated as America's mayor after the September 11th attacks.
Rudy's great. We love Rudy. He's a special guy, but Rudy had just started, and he wasn't totally familiar with everything.
Giuliani became one of Trump's most aggressive defenders. Press conferences, election challenges, public controversies, and legal battles slowly transformed his public image.
Did you know about the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels?
Another major figure was Stormy Daniels. A story involving alleged hush money payments exploded across global headlines. Court testimony and investigations later placed the case at the center of criminal proceedings involving Trump. Trump denied wrongdoing, but the scandal intensified public scrutiny around him. And then came the name that would haunt countless headlines: Jeffrey Epstein. A wealthy financier, a mysterious social figure, and eventually, one of the most infamous criminals in modern American history. Over the years, photographs and public appearances connected Epstein to numerous powerful people: celebrities, billionaires, politicians, royal figures, including Donald Trump. Old footage showed the two socializing during the 1990s. Trump later stated that he had cut ties with Epstein long before Epstein's later arrest. Investigators and journalists heavily examined those connections, although no criminal charges accused Trump of involvement in Epstein's crimes. Still, the association fueled years of speculation, media attention, and public debate. By the early 2020s, Donald Trump faced something unprecedented for a former American president: multiple investigations, state inquiries, federal cases, civil lawsuits, and historic courtroom battles. Federal investigators examined allegations surrounding classified government documents stored at Mar-a-Lago. Trump denied wrongdoing and called the investigation politically motivated. Then came investigations connected to the 2020 election. Phone calls, legal challenges, pressure campaigns, and public accusations. Supporters claimed Trump was fighting election problems. Critics argued democracy itself.